Hi guys, this is Elliot from Little Pump People here, and today I'm here at the Charnel House Museum, and let's do this. Hi.
Hey Elliot, thanks for dropping by. Let me shake your phone. First thing people usually do when they come is they either do this big devil or they'll press the doorbell. And like everything else, everything here is ooky spooky. So
Oh man.
we had a custom doorbell. I just loaded it up. That's from the Haunted Mansion. Then gotta love Addams Family. Then the Munsters. So those three, Haunted Mansion, Addams Family, Munsters, that is our holy trilogy, so to speak, in place of those old guys.
Okay.
This is the stairwell to upstairs, and this kind of says it all about the house. You have someone that had done blueprints of the Munsters house, someone had done the blueprints of the Haunted Mansion, and then the Addams Family house. And all three of those, it's pretty much the spirit of the collection, the spirit of the house, Monster Party.
That's cool.
Let's go upstairs. Really, the ideal is to have no empty wall space. To have it look kind of like Forrest Ackerman's house, where everything is covered with pictures and things and art and posters. These are real movie theater seats we had gotten at a flea market. Put them down, they're perfect for when we're watching movies up here. It's a real church pew from a church that was going out of business, so to speak. Danzig is a big thing, as you'll see, so this is sort of like a little tribute corner to Danzig.
That's awesome.
We have the Ouija boards that Lethal Amounts had put out. They had done some blacklight posters, some art by Dennis Dredd, by Sarah Ray. The kind of Glenn Zombie is by Ed Repka. Yeah. This is a sketch he had done for me in the 90s at a comic book convention. And just framed it up. That's an older one. So this was actually the last one I got, and this was sort of like the holy grail for me. I always wanted a Cough Cool, but they are not that great in number because they did not put out that many, and also now they go for money, because the Danzig related vinyl has just gone crazy. When I first got into it in the mid 90s, they were expensive, or so I thought, but it's only gotten crazy. So I got this from a collector. She's what I would call a super collector. She's been a friend of mine for years. And she had it signed by Danzig, which is basically the seal of authenticity.
Yeah, verification.
Yeah, because he will feel the record. He will look at the vinyl. He will feel the paper, and he will tell you on the spot if it's original or not. And this is an original bullet, but this is my second bullet because I had bought one in the 90s. And I brought it to him to sign at a Big Apple Comic-Con in the city. And he felt the cover, he looked at it and he said, "This is a bootleg." At the time, I had paid the most I'd paid for a record, and I was bummed out, needless to say. Thankfully, I was able to get my money back, and the guy who I bought it from tried to put up a fight saying, it's original, and I said, well, if Danzig says it's a bootleg, it's a bootleg. Here we have a Horror Business, yellow vinyl, signed by Bobby Steele, Danzig again.
See the yellow vinyl on it?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of looks like beer.
Here we have A Night of the Living Dead, again signed by Danzig and Bobby Steele. These two I bought at a KISS convention at the Fairleigh Dickinson Gymnasium in the late mid-90s. A guy had both of these on his wall. I think at the time he was asking $100, $125, which is today nothing. And he asked me if that was fair. I said, sure. I pulled the money out, brought him home. You don't really find this kind of thing anymore, but psyched to have them. Here we have an original Halloween signed by Bobby, Doyle, and Glenn.
Now that's awesome.
This is probably one of my favorite songs. Here we have the two of the covers of Evil Live. I'm not a completist in that I want to have every pressing, you know. I'm happy with one of each. If I can get another pressing and it works out, I'm fine. We have the Who Killed Marilyn solo single signed by Danzig. I do have a couple bootlegs if there's something interesting on them. This is Sam Hain covering a few Misfits songs. Now these are probably all on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. But at the time, this is the only way I was going to hear them. Another Sam Hain bootleg. Here he does Blood Feast. Blood Feast from Earth AD. Really more of a Sam Hain song, so I was happy to actually hear Sam Hain doing it. Danzig had not done a lot of 7-inches early on. This was like one of the only early Danzig 7-inches. Signed by Danzig, Dirty Black Summer.
Kind of looks like an X-ray of a demon.
Right, and here we go. Upside down. I can't turn my hand upside down, but that is the inspiration. The Giger skull right on the hand. So I will never get a normal job. When we were doing this edition, I knew I wanted to have a secret door, a bookcase door, because all the best shows have them. You know, like Munster's Addams Family. So we were framing out the house. It was perfect to put in. So
That's cool.
I don't want to ruin the secret, but usually when people see what's inside, I don't know what they're expecting, but it's office supplies and about 500 t-shirts.
Wow.
And people will say, are these for sale? Are you selling t-shirts? No, I wear them. I try to cycle through them. There's not a lot of color going on. I think I have a few gray shirts. I might have a blue shirt, but it's all about black.
What's your favorite shirt from all of these?
Oh my goodness. This is one, this is a bootleg shirt because the real shirt is worth money. This is a bootleg shirt. I saw this shirt when I was a teenager in Greenwich Village. It's the God Don't Like It shirt. Didn't get it, wish I had, but someone on eBay had a repro, so very happy to pick it up. I bought two, so
Awesome.
that's everything you want right there. kind of like the kind of Monster Mash kind of room with the Count Chocula, Monster cereals, Addams Family, Munsters. I'd really love to start getting into the Munsters and Addams Family classic toys and things, but it's money. So if I can find something and I have that kind of extra money at the moment, then I'll get it. So it's a little small. The Elvira machine was not originally in the plan. I found the Elvira machine at a furniture store that was looking to just renew their whole game section, and they were not interested in having half-naked Elvira in their furniture store. So I asked the guy if it was for sale. He said it was for sale. He gave me a quote on the price, which was absurd. It was just a few $100s, but because it wasn't working perfectly, they were just looking to get rid of it. So I said sold, loaded it into the truck. I brought it to a place where the guy fixed them, but this will never leave, not only because we love it, but because it weighs like 300 pounds. Speaking of cable, Penny Dreadful, especially the first season, was one of my favorite things ever. And then Prestige, another favorite. So we wanted these posters so that when people came up the stairs, they're right here and kind of give people the sense of what everything's about. Up here we have some of the Hammer Horror Queens, British Horror Queens. We've gotten all these from Chiller. We've been going to Chiller since, my wife was still in high school, so spring of 1994, that was our very first Chiller.
So this is gonna be the lair.
Just the basement.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. More. Just more. Every once in a while people ask us what our design sense is, so to speak, and I say we're maximalists. We just want everything covered. I love these Halloween signs from the dollar store, just to give everybody a taste. This is another favorite. This is by Lou Rasconi from San Diego area. He did this as basically a tribute to me, tribute to the basement. He knew I love Chaz Balance, so a lot of love for Lou Rasconi. He's one of my favorite artists and a great guy.
Only $6.66.
It's a bargain. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. This is a triptych of like the evil warlords. You had Sauron from Lord of the Rings, you had Cthulhu, and this is Lord Weird Sloth Theg. Showing my comic nerd origins from the Slain comics.
I love that art. An artist named Max Reiner and Lance Thingmaker had done these awesome hand puppets, so retro, but I just love the style. And this is Lopan from Big Trouble, and then we have the puppet from Deep Red with some of these Fulci head knockers. We have the blind girl from The Beyond. So, just things everywhere.
Well, thanks for coming over, Elliot. I hope you appreciated all our crazy stuff. I'd like to give you this as a parting gift. I know you said you had some kids giving you some trouble, so this, I'm sure your teachers will be cool with it. Maybe not. I'm not sure how things are today in school, but you're free to have it. And if this doesn't work, you can always borrow this little guy over here.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.